This is our community. And, we're here for each other, and we love each other.
A tragic loss in a Kentucky community. Tonight, we're learning new details about a fire that killed 5 people.
Why the Mormon Church is now criticizing the actions of Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis.
How a group of college students made some dreams come true for Central Kentucky children at tonight's Taylor Swift concert.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good evening. Tonight, investigators have confirmed that a police officer has been shot in Floyd County.
But so far, investigators have not released many details. Investigators say it happened within the last few hours along Abbott Creek Road, just outside of Prestonsburg. The Floyd County Sheriff says a Prestonsburg police officer was shot in the chest and airlifted to the hospital. His condition is not known tonight, and the officer's name has not been released. Police also say someone is now barricaded in a home which is connected to this shooting. We're working to gather more information. We want you to keep checking WKYT.com for the latest updates. Coming together to heal after a devastating loss. Tonight, a community is remembering 5 people who died in a fire in Maysville.
Police say that 35-year-old Lori Doppelhauer, 3 of her children, and a neighbor, 68-year-old Larry Brickles, were all killed in the fire early this morning. Neighbors tell us that Doppelhauer actually made it out of her burning home, but ran back inside after realizing the 3 children were still upstairs. Monique Blair has our top story at 11.
The homes that were affected by the early morning fire are all blocked off now, and West 2nd Street is quiet as the town of Maysville mourns the loss of the 5 people who died in this fire.
This is our community, and we're here for each other, and we love each other.
Fairway Baptist Church Pastor Kevin Bell held a prayer circle Monday evening for the victims, their families, and the emergency responders.
Just watching a couple of the firefighters shedding some tears when no one was around. They have to live with all the things that they had to endure today too.
Not only were several families displaced from their homes, but 5 people died. 35-year-old Lori Doppelhauer, her 3 young sons, and in a different unit, 68-year-old Larry Brickles. A neighbor to the victims, Marie Castelli, says she spoke to Lori's husband Monday afternoon, and he told her what happened.
What he said happened was they were sleeping. She woke up and she woke him and she said, "Honey, the house is on fire."
Castelli says Lori's husband carried out the 2 girls who were inside the home and was on his way back inside to get the boys, but Lori went inside herself. Her husband close behind.
He went back in to get his wife, and he was just about to go on the steps, he said, and the whole stereo went up in flames.
The Faithway Baptist Church here in Maysville is accepting donations of all kinds, and each of those items will go directly to all of the families who are affected by this fire. In Maysville, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Investigators say the fire began on the back porch of Brickles' home and spread. His home had working smoke detectors, but firefighters say Doppelhauer's home did not.
New tonight, Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis is being criticized by the Mormon Church for refusing to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. In a speech to a gathering of judges and clergy in California, Mormon church leader Dalian Oaks said cultural differences should not become, quote, culture wars. He said Davis and others around the country need to find common ground and seek compromises in protecting religious liberties while also avoiding discrimination. Neither Davis or her attorneys had a comment tonight.
Tonight, nearly 200 workers in southern Kentucky have found out they'll soon be losing their jobs. CSX Railroad announced it's closing its car and locomotive shops and its locomotive service center in Corbin. The company will lay off around 180 people. CSX blames the downturn in the coal industry. The company says the Corbin shops were mainly used to maintain, inspect, and service coal trains. Corbin city leaders say the layoffs are a major setback for the city.
Your immediate thought is those families and what the impact it's going to have, not just on our region, but on these immediate families that are affected by this.
CSX will keep its rail yard in Corbin open. 100 people will still have jobs there.
New tonight, it appears Congressman Paul Ryan is seriously considering a run for Speaker of the House, but he told House Republicans he will only run if he is the unity candidate of the Republican Party. He also said he'll need the endorsement of the major caucuses. Congressman Ryan has been under pressure to run for Speaker of the House since the GOP has been divided on who's the best candidate. He gave his colleagues until Friday to show their support. A University of Kentucky student charged after his drone crash-landed inside Commonwealth Stadium says he's not guilty. Peyton Wilson was arraigned on a wanton endangerment charge this afternoon. Police say the drone came dangerously close to someone parachuting into the stadium minutes before the UK football game against Louisiana Lafayette. The drone then hit something inside the stadium. No one was injured. Wilson's attorney said his client should not be punished for cooperating with UK police.
At worst, what happened here is a mistake. And we do not think that the government should try to criminalize mistakes.
Wilson's attorney says the Federal Aviation Administration has contacted him to review the case. Just yesterday, the FAA announced it will soon require most recreational drones to be registered.
If you like today, it looks like tomorrow's weather should be similar to today's, with more sunshine and mild temperatures. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look at the forecast. Chris?
Yeah, good stuff out there, Sam and Amber, over the past several days. That's going to roll on across the Bluegrass State. I said to watch for a gorgeous sunset earlier in the day, and check out this shot from our live sky cam. We started to get some of those high little ice crystal clouds showing up on the western horizon. Spectacular view playing out here in Lexington and all across central and eastern Kentucky. Those clouds, by the way, are not producing precipitation, but a little bit of cloud cover keeping temperatures in the 50s for some areas. Elsewhere, we've got a few readings that have dropped into the mid 40s, so a 10-degree spread across parts of the area right now. Defender with nothing going on locally as we hit the door running tomorrow morning. Outside, temperatures not bad at all, into the 40s. Tomorrow afternoon, temperatures will hit the low 70s for the trip back home. Just a few high clouds that will begin to stream on in yet again, similar to what we had today. When I come back in 10 minutes, we're going to focus on a busy last week of October. Guys, it's been awfully boring back here in the weather office, but in true Taylor Swift fashion, we'll shake it off and roll into a stormier pattern in just a few.
How did he know what we were going into next?
Great transition,
yes.
Right?
Well, their lip-synced version of Shake It Off was a hit with Taylor Swift. So the singer showed some style and class by giving a Transy University fraternity tickets to her concert tonight at Rupp Arena.
But the fraternity paid it forward by making some wildest dreams come true. As Victor Puente tells us new at 11, today was a fairy tale for dozens of Central Kentucky children, all because of it.
More than a year ago, the brothers of Delta Sigma Phi posted a video that went viral and drew the attention of Taylor Swift. Now, that's paid off for them and dozens of kids here in Lexington. The single-take lip dub of Shake It Off got millions of views, but most importantly, it got the attention of Taylor Swift herself.
Yeah, it's been a long way coming. It's crazy. It's been crazy, though, really.
She promised the fraternity she would supply tickets for them and their dates. She made good on that promise, and they decided to pass on the good deed.
Well, we all got 2 tickets, so we thought this is just a gift, and it'd be a shame to not do something good with it.
That meant 37 tickets for Lexington's Big Brother, Big Sister program.
Before we could even follow up on it, the fraternity had already reached out to us, and they were like, we want to give you our guest ticket.
Well, I was happy, and it was my first time going to a concert.
So included in the thousands of fans lighting up Rupp Arena were 37 fraternity brothers and the little brothers and sisters they brought with them.
These kids come from different areas and walks of life, so to have this opportunity, it'll be one they might not ever have again.
This isn't the first time that fraternity has used that video to help others. When it first went viral, they used their YouTube channel to help raise money for leukemia. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Good for those guys. Swift's 1989 tour has 16 more stops, including several in China and Australia. New tonight, it looks like the city of Lexington could be paying for new sidewalks and other improvements around the new 21C Museum Hotel. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, the city would spend more than $200,000. The project on North Upper Street would install new curbs, sidewalks, and planting beds. The Urban County Council still has to vote on the proposed project. The hotel is expected to open early next year.
We want to update you now on some breaking news in Floyd County that led the newscast. Investigators say a Prestonsburg police officer has been shot. It happened within the last few hours along Abbott Creek Road, just outside of Prestonsburg. Police say the officer was shot in the chest and airlifted to a hospital. His condition is not known right now, and the officer's name has not been released. Police also say that someone is now barricaded in a home which is connected to this shooting. Keep checking WKYT.com overnight for updates.
A motorcycle crash in Texas caught on tape, and the driver, police say, caused it, blames a spider.
It happened over the weekend in Hood County, Texas. The video shows the motorcycle trying to pass two vehicles when a car swerved and hit the bike. Both people on that motorcycle were thrown into the road and injured. Police later charged the car's driver, William Crum, with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but he claims he was just reacting to a spider in his car biting him.
This spider bite, which is getting infected now, and maybe it'll rot half my leg off and they'll believe I actually was a bit.
I can understand getting a bug bite and swerving a little bit. You don't jerk your steering wheel over and back. Perfect.
Police say Crum has faced reckless driving charges before. Both people who were on that motorcycle are expected to recover.
Tonight, investigators are trying to figure out if a series of church fires in the St. Louis area are connected. In the last 2 weeks, at least 6 churches have been damaged by fires. All of them are within a few miles of each other, and 5 of the churches have predominantly African-American congregations. Investigators say most of the damage has been minor and that the fires were set at the front door of each church. Police say so far they have no suspects.
A special group of officers is helping make sure inmates don't get away from an eastern Kentucky prison. Dogs have been trained to help workers at the Bell County Forestry Camp. Just last week, a dog helped track down an inmate who escaped from the prison. Every inmate at the prison rubs a small gauze pad on their skin when they're booked, and that will serve as a scent for the dogs to follow in case an inmate runs off.
We raise them for the whole Department of Corrections. There's 6 other institutions that's got canines. We breed ours and supply the other institutions and other local law enforcement.
The Bell County Forestry Camp has 12 specially trained bloodhounds.
New tonight, the Centrepointe block has a different look tonight, just in time for the Breeders' Cup. A new skirt has been placed on the fence which surrounds the block in downtown Lexington. It features artwork showcasing Lexington's rich thoroughbred history. Little work has been done on Centrepointe in recent months, but a new developer took over earlier this year.
Tonight, the Anderson County Sheriff and his family made an appearance on national television. Sheriff Troy Young, his wife, and his 3 sons competed on Family Feud. The Young family made it to tonight's final round, but they didn't win the big prize of $20,000, but they did win $950. The Young family will compete on Family Feud again tomorrow, and you can watch it at 7:30 on the CW Lexington. Did I hear that they are triplets?
It looks like they are triplets there.
They do look